Story now, infiltration from across the border continues unabated. BSF has shot dead a militant trying to infiltrate into the country from across the Jammu and Kashmir border.
Absolutely, and the body of the intruder has been recovered, though his identity is still to be known. It's yet to be ascertained. This is the third ceasefire violation by Pakistan in just past 6 days.
Now, a group of 3 to 4 intruders entered into India along the international border in Kunara Thana Khurd area in RS Pura belt of Jammu district late last night. Now, they were challenged by the BSF troops deployed along the borderline, but were able to escape.
Right, a newly appointed DG BSF M.K. Kumawat is expected to visit the Kanachak area from where last month militants sneaked in and had managed to sneak into the country. Through the map, we are trying to tell you the exact area where this infiltration bid happened and was foiled.
Right now, an army operation is currently underway in the upper reaches of Bandipora forests of Kashmir. 10 militants have been killed in this operation. India has constantly maintained that Pakistan Army has given active support to militants in their bid to enter India.
Our correspondent Ashraf now joins us with more details. Ashraf, this is the third bid in past 6 days and in fact 125th of this kind in past 9 months.
Yeah, Preeti, basically this the operation which is still going on in the upper reaches of Bandipora forests, not even forests, that is the very tough terrain in the Kashmir Valley near a line of control, where the operation of the Indian Army started on the 24th of September and it is still going on. So far, they have the information that a large group of 13 militants have had the movement in that particular area, and they have killed all those 13 militants in that particular area, which you can see in the visuals how tough terrain that is. Even helicopters cannot land there. So the Indian Army have dropped the paratroops there by the parachutes to fight those terrorists there. They have been killed and a large quantity of arms and ammunition have been recovered from them. This clearly indicates that still the movement of militants is going on in the upper reaches of Kashmir Valley and the Indian Army is in a fight against them. We have with us the PRO of Army, Colonel Umeshwar, with me to get more details about this particular operation which is going on in the Kashmir Valley in the upper reaches of Bandipora. He may give some more details. Colonel Saab, can you tell me that this is one of a unique operations against the militants where paratroops have been used? You have to drop your troops by the parachutes in that tough terrain where living for the common people is very tough. It is from 13,000 feet to 15,000 feet of height above sea level. How this operation was planned and what is the latest about this operation?
We had information that terrorists are moving from one sector, that is Bandipur sector, to the Kangan sector through the Harimukh Range. And once that information had come, we have moved our troops. But then we found that the terrorists might move faster than our army movement. So we had to airlift troops by helicopter, drop them, surround them, and once they were encircled, they were confined to one cave. And in that gunfight, 13 terrorists have been killed and 11 bodies have been recovered so far. 2 bodies are likely to be recovered today. We are now clearing the debris.
You have also recovered large quantity of arms and ammunition, but one thing important which have been seen in the operation, the militants are using the caves like the militants in Afghanistan, those caves which are naturally formed in these high upper reaches. Was there any advantage of these caves for these militants in this area, and can it be believed that these caves are the houses of these terrorists who are in the upper reaches?
Basically they were moving across the Harimukh Ridge, and once they found that they were being fired from the army, and this being a high altitude region where there are no forests, they had no other alternative but to take shelter from the cave. It must not be their original plan, but they have shifted to the caves only when they realized that the fire is coming from the army personnel.
One thing more we want to confirm from the army, has any kind of gunships being used in this operation?
No, we don't use any heavy caliber weapons in the army. We use only normal rifles.
Yeah, Preeti, you can see the PRO of the army was Indian Army in the Srinagar was with me. He was giving details about that operation. But one thing about this operation, what we have seen here, the army has used the paratroops, who are the specialized troops who are being dropped by the from the helicopters, by the parachutes in these tough terrains, have the different training to fight with the terrorists, with the militants in these tough areas. Preeti.
Right, many thanks Ashrafani for joining us on that. So clearly a unique operation they're taking forth, where the army, of course, moving paratroopers to the Bandipur forest area.
Right, absolutely. And also another operation